Hey, aloha, Ronnie Margolis here from beautiful Kauai with the Margolis team. And are you curious about the Kauai real estate market and what it means for buyers and sellers in October of 24? We're going to unveil the latest market statistics, and that may change your perspective on Kauai real estate. So stay tuned as we break down everything you need to know in navigating the dynamic market on Kauai when we do the numbers. We're here to dive into the numbers for October 24 here on the beautiful island of Kauai. Our prices going up, our prices going down. We're going to go over that, the median prices and the velocity in the market, and we'll explore it all. First, let's take a look at the graph of the volume for the year, and you can see that it's peaked over the last 12 months at 125 million back in February, and then it dipped down to 84 million in June, and now through the end of September, back up to 115 million. So sales have gotten stronger over the last couple of months, but not as strong as they were a little earlier in the year. And of course, as we go into October, November, we're a couple weeks before the election, and there's generally a hesitation in the real estate market, that coupled with the interest rates. So there's not that much energy in the market. It continues to be an opportunity where buyers have more leverage and they're not competing in multiple offer situations in most transactions. Take a look here, the number of transactions. So here's the number I want you to look at. 284 transactions year to date through the end of September, versus 206 last year. So that's an increase of 37.86%. And that number, the year over year number, is going to be significantly different in 2024 than it was in 2023. You can also look at this trend on median prices. Now, median price in the housing market is the middle value of home sale prices when arranged in order, indicating that half of the homes sold for more and half of the homes sold for less during a specific time period, like for a month. It does exclude sales that don't represent typical market conditions while retaining those that do, even if they're extreme. So this is last year's median price in the Hanalei district on the North Shore, up almost 8% from last year. In the Kapa'a, Wailua, and all the way up to Aliamanu Estates in the Kauai district, up almost 6%. In the Kaloa district, up 25%. That's a big jump. And remember, the median price is related to the amount of sales that's right in the middle. So if there are more transactions happening more in the luxury space, that's going to be reflected in the growth in the median price. This does not mean that prices went up 25% in the year, because they really have not. And going into town, Lihue, median price up 6%, and out on the west side, median price up 7%. Median prices have gone up a small amount during the year, and will that trend continue in 2025? We don't really know. We are anticipating that interest rates from the Fed may go down another quarter point before the end of the year, and hopefully that'll be reflected in the mortgage rates, and that will most likely stimulate more buying. But at the current moment, buyers have more leverage than they have had earlier in the year, and very rarely are they in multiple bid situations. And when the sellers are truly motivated, legit sellers, there's often more flexibility in those negotiations. So when we take a look at this graph, the sales volume, this is the amount of dollars exchanged, and you can see here's our highest 2 months, and September was the second highest month of the year, a little over 120 million in volume. And here are the number of sales here along the bottom scale that you see reflected. And look at the top of this particular graphic. It shows us the average final list price to sold price is 91% of the asking price. And island-wide now, this is 6 months of inventory, which translates into an absorption rate of 15.6%. The absorption rate does vary based on a particular area of the market or particular segment of property type. For instance, in Princeville, there are currently 11 active residential listings, and they're selling at a rate of 3.75 homes a month. So that would mean that we have about 3 months of inventory in Princeville. Not so much. However, in the condo market, as I'm recording this, there's 34 active condominiums for sale in Princeville, and they've been selling at a rate of about 4 a month. So that's more of a buyer's market, right? Because that's a little over 8 months of inventory. In Kapa'a, for a residential home under $1 million, there's one for sale currently, and they sell at about 4 a month. So obviously, there's a constraint of inventory for homes under $1 million and many buyers competing for the few homes that do list. On the other hand, homes over $1 million in Kapa'a, which didn't used to be a thing a couple decades ago, there are currently 24 homes for sale, and they're selling between 4 and 5 homes a month. So much more inventory in that price point, many more sellers and many more days on the market in the east side homes over $1 million. Now, in Lihue, over $1 million, there's 10 homes for sale, and they're selling about 1 a month. So the more expensive homes in Lihue don't have as much demand, and naturally, under $1 million in Lihue, they're selling just about 1 a month, but there's only 1 for sale. So the small amount of sales of homes in Lihue under the $1 million mark is because of the lack of inventory. On the south side, and I'm covering Kalaheo, Lawai, Omal, down to Koloa and Poipu, under $1 million, there's generally not much inventory. They're selling at about 3 a month, and there's only 3 active listings. So we have very low inventory there. On the flip side, there are 34 homes for sale over $1 million. However, they're selling at about 9 a month, and 9 of those, or almost 30%, of the sales are prices over $3 million. On the west side, there's 13 homes for sale and selling at about 3 homes a month. So like I said, the absorption rate and the amount of inventory varies from place to place. And when there are more months of inventory, that tends to be more biased or to benefit, if you will, the buyer. So at the end of the day, the market continues to have a reasonable amount of inventory, but inventory isn't surging, moving upward like it did earlier in the year, and sales are staying fairly consistent. If you're looking at properties in an area where there's more inventory, you can be more aggressive in negotiating. And when you find something you like, please let us know how we can help you. We can always do virtual showings if you are off island. Our rules of engagement have changed, and you would need to sign an agreement with the agent you're going to work with in order for them to open the doors and show you the home. So we'd love to earn your business, whether you're buying or selling. Our team is constantly working to improve the level of service we deliver. And as part of the largest team in the state, the agency Hawaii is over 160 agents now. We can deliver that concierge service to you anywhere around the state of Hawaii, and we'd love the opportunity to do so. So until then, have a great October. My name's Ronnie Margolis. You can always reach me at the number above, and I look forward to seeing you when you're here on the island or on Zoom. Aloha. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing property tours and real estate insights from Kauai.